What is up, Nerdgenic Nation, and welcome. Oh my god, and my timing is terrible. There we go. What's up, Nerdgenic Nation, and welcome to another episode of the Mandalorian live stream watch party. We're back. It's been another crazy long week. I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully, your week has been going fairly well. Sorry, my computer decided to freak out in every window all at the same time. Okay, I think we're okay. So, what's up? Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are here with me live, we always appreciate it. If you're watching this on replay, we still love you. Don't get me wrong. But what do we got to do to get you here live? We would love to have you here. But I'm super excited to be back. Again, another crazy whirlwind of a week. But this is the time we take a break, we breathe, we relax a little bit, we watch Mandalorian, we talk, we shoot the you know what for about an hour, and just enjoy what we have here, even good, bad, whatever may come of it. Star Wars Celebration was last week. That happened between live streams. I caught some of the interviews. Looked like it was pretty fun. Not doing it next year, but they will be back in 2025 for Japan. I would love to go. Not saying that I will, but I would love to go. Um, but I've heard good things about this episode so far. I've heard a lot of people are happy. Some things are getting tied up. Things are starting to go in a direction. Yeah. We're only 7 episodes into the season out of 8. So why not, sprinkle a little bit of continuity and story in there a little bit. What just for kicks and giggles, just to see what happens and see if we can appease some fans. And speaking of fans, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the rambling nerd himself.
Hello there.
In the chat. Hello there, sir. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. Always appreciate it. I don't recall if you said you watched the episode already. I want to say you did say you watched it, but to be honest with you, I forgot. But I'm super excited about this episode. Again, I've heard good things about it. I've tried to remain as spoiler-free as possible. I do know about some very vague details. Don't know how they come about or what implications they may have, but I'm still excited for it nonetheless. Hopefully you are too. But since Rambling Nerd walked in, that's a great time to remind him, as well as everyone else who may be watching, to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos, so we can continue making content like this and having a good time doing it, pretty much. We have a ton of great stuff. Have the Marvels trailer that recently came out. Had a video drop about that. Had a super awesome interview that is going to be posted hopefully in the next few days once I get 5 minutes to breathe and edit a video. But that's going to be coming down the pipeline. And a whole bunch of other fun, interesting content. So I'm excited. Hopefully you are as well. And I'm trying, in the limited time that I have, besides, keeping up with trailers and all this other stuff, I've been trying to potentially get into Rebels because I know of how intensive it's about to get related to Rebels. I've tried Clone Wars, but I feel like some of it's so much of a slog to get into. I know some people love and hate Rebels, but I feel like that's the direction that I need to go right now to be able to say I'm up on the latest and greatest and everything that's about to come with Ahsoka later this year. So we'll probably be streaming that. So obviously make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell notification so you don't miss out when we're doing that stuff. But I'm super excited for it nonetheless. And hopefully I'll be a little bit more knowledgeable because sometimes I'm just like, I don't know who that dude is or that guy looks familiar. And then people in the chat or, online are just ripping and roaring about how, I can't believe they finally had in live action or whatever the case may be. I'm like, oh, cool. Didn't know about that. So I need to get up on the latest and greatest from Dave Filoni's Star Wars. I did and want to again. Oh, that's awesome. So you're watching it for a second time with us. That's cool. Thank you so much for doing so. We really appreciate it. I've done enough blabbing for a couple minutes here. We're 6 minutes in, 2 minutes of intro, close to 5 of me just blabbing. I want to take a breath for a couple minutes because I still talk during the episode. But I want to take a breath and do the watch this episode and get into it because, again, I can't wait. But before we do so, I have to explain for any of those who may not have seen our live streams or maybe tuning in for the first time, the way that it works is that I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to press play on my device. You're going to press play on your device. And then right up above me, we're going to have the episode time code. Oh boy, hold on one second. My stuff's all off. Is that like really off for you guys? Let's see if it goes. Is that like super high, or is my window just kind of blocking it? My window's blocking it. Never mind. I have it full screen. So sorry, I didn't know if it was off the screen. The episode time code will be up above me. It's going to be counting up in terms of where we are in the episode. As long as you try and stay as close as possible to that counter, we should be A-okay. I'll laugh when you laugh. We'll cry together. We'll cheer in Star Wars celebration fashion, all that good stuff. So I think without further ado, we should go ahead and jump into it. Just a couple little things to get out of the way, a little house cleaning, if you will. At the end of the episode, we'll give it a grade. We'll talk about it, as well as during the episode. I will be talking, so I apologize if they're interrupting anything. But I usually commentate on stuff. We play all the intros, all the outros, just so we make sure we don't miss anything. I'm saying this so I can actually pay attention to the episode now. And what am I missing? I talk a lot. I'm not a Star Wars expert, so if I say something wrong or I don't know who anybody is, or if I don't act shocked when shows up, then you'll know why. But I'm going to be doing the research very shortly so that you'll be like, oh my God, this guy really knows his onions. And then we'll go from there. But I'm going to go ahead and make this screen full screen right now. And everybody fingers on buttons. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Everybody fingers on buttons, and we're going to press play in 3, 2, 1. Oh, go. Sorry. I count, and then I totally mess it up. No, 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 no. Time to retake Mandalore, finally. Forever and a day later. I missed this last week, so I had to go back and watch it after the fact. It was pretty cool, though. Are we going to get a Pedro Pascal reveal this season, anybody think? Whoa. Whoa. Moff Gideon. Beskar. They're bringing it all back. We're going to get the tie together episode. The knot. It's going to be finally getting put into the season. It's about time. About time. My timer okay? We good? Just did the little intro with we're doing the intro with the little blue and red flashes. Says Star Wars. Sorry, can't help myself. That's a sound that I should put into the soundboard. Is the This is the best I got right now. Just for the episode starting, I guess. Make sure the buttons are working. Meanwhile, on Blade Runner 2049. Wow, they really leaned into Blade Runner. Got the trench coat with the flipped up collar and everything for this part. How long is this episode? Is this a long one? It's a fairly decent sized one. Probably like 45, 50 minutes. Ruh-roh. You have something I want. That's my best Giancarlo Esposito. There it is. You know. You know which ones. Don't you think this could be a conversation a little bit better served further into the alley or like around that corner rather than just 2 feet in? Whoa, new stormtroopers. Using a bit of the gray. Didn't even think of the trench coat. There you go. I'm telling you, man. Thrawn. Hux. Like future Hux? What if he just showed up? So was this just poor timing about the whole announcement at Star Wars Celebration? Has to be his dad, right? Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense is for it to be his dad. Hux's dad. They trying to imply like the best way to have a family, join the Empire. Hey, we've got Nerd affiliated.
Hello there.
Hello there, sir. How are you? Yeah, because that's definitely not the same Hux, and if it's so much later from the First Order, so it's got to be like his dad or his grandpa or something. Well, probably his dad. Do you think he has any Los Pollos Hermanos in his sector? Ha ha ha. Made myself laugh. And Which, who cares? Uh-oh. It's about to be a what? Galactic fight? I don't really know how to end that. You said that before. Well, Armitage Hux is the name of the dude in sequels. Yeah. That hallway is useless. That walk down. Yeah, pretty much. I have no idea what that was all about, what the hallway was about. Other than just be like, oh yeah, we've got lasers in space. Laser walls are the rage and the attempting to reemerge Empire. Frogman. Kind of look like Toad. They love to use different colors of C3PO for prequels, sequels, whatever. Well, you guys are in trouble. Oh, or is this the Mandalorian showing up? Didn't you give them a whole space or area on your planet between the mountains or whatever was it he said, like in a crater, something like that? Oh my god, the armor still just gonna come out and give her wisdom. She's gonna be some cuckoo at some point, right? She's gonna be totally cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, or I feel like there's something off with her. Where'd they get the paint? Not only just like the sheer amount of paint. I mean, that's like an entire house or more than a house's worth of paint. Probably a couple, but talk about giving yourself away too. Like you can't exactly be like trying to infiltrate the Empire with that. Curious to see what score I give this one. I'm curious. Mandalorian fight. I mean, she is the leader of an extreme religious cult. Yeah, that's a fair point. Fight, fight, fight. Somebody hit somebody. Blast somebody. You know what I mean. Uh-oh. You guys just lost all your respect. Well, I mean, I guess Bo-Katan. So, oh, it's Bo-Katan. We'll let it slide. That girl's still in this show? I thought they kicked her off. Or she stopped wanting to be on it. Oh boy, here we go. Everybody prepare for some wise words from the armor. Oh, there's a chunky one. We stand for a thicker Mandalorian. I mean, I guess the Paz is heavy, so I always want them to do the Predator, you son of a bitch, when they see each other. Probably couldn't afford for the whole show. Probably not. Oh boy, they got IG-88 working. Is it still Taika Waititi? Oh, he's cranking it. Nice. Or IG-11? I thought it was 88. Is IG-88 a different one? Heavy Manda. You think Disney couldn't afford something? They're on a budget. It's a bit morbid. It's very creative. Or not really creative, I guess. No squeezy. You literally threw him into Mandalorian training like it was nothing. But you're afraid for him to. Well, I guess he doesn't. He does have a thing against droids, doesn't he? The coat's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but and he doesn't have a license. Oh, he can talk through it now. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Kids, man. Let me tell you. Oh boy. He's turned into his adolescent teenager phase. Rebellious phase. It's kind of cute. I know it's probably annoying for everyone who doesn't have a kid, but it's exactly like that. I can only imagine what a kid having access to a robot would be like. This is 100% accurate. Yes. Yeah. I guess Grogu would have to think.
This is the why.
This is the why. Only one thing about it, man. Are they just gonna be like on high alert with each other this entire time? You went there. You guys have first-hand account of being there, and you guys have to still send recon, or pardon? I better get the IG-12. That's all he's thinking about. He's like, as long as I can take IG-12, I will go. You're like a cameo, like celebrity-esque person, so of course you're gonna volunteer. Basically every main character. Or character that we've somewhat established. Except for that guy. I don't know who that guy is. How small is this recon party? Oh boy. Test ensure the forge is lit. Or some crap. But she's gonna be up to something. Bet you money. Bet you money she's gonna be up to something. She's gonna go looking for the Gigantosaur or whatever thing and or something. She's up to something. I forgot the name of it. I called it Gigantosaur. Mythosaur. Mythosaur? Was that what it was? You know what I mean. Suspicious of the armor, I'm telling you. Something up there. Miss, always stuck in her ways, is all of a sudden becoming very flexible and willing to do things and accept different things. And but it wasn't until she heard about the mythosaur that she started having all those beliefs and like willing to listen and try different things and approaches. Mythosaur. Mythosaur? Yeah, you guys. Mythosaur. Mythosaur. So, we're on the same page. That's all that matters. I don't remember it raining quite as much. Or maybe that's just part of the atmosphere. Can we bring it in a little bit lower? Dive, dive, dive. Are they all having a blue helmet or is that just like the... Why is he not geared up to go? Is he taking a different door? Just watching the Mando episode of Clone Wars and it's mostly desert there. Wish this was acid rain. That'd be kind of interesting. Superhero landing. Well, I guess not really, but you guys have had people go there. He's management now. Got it. Makes sense. You have first-hand accounts. Like, why are you so like sketchy about this whole thing? Like reconning. You have most of the answers already. Well, some of them, I guess. Maybe not all of them. So you sent down that whole party just to make sure the landing zone was secure? Couldn't you just like opened up that bottom hatch, been like, "Yep, we're good," and then just everybody walks out? Like, I think like Rambling Nerd said, their management now. Oh my god, the armor's. She's really gonna frustrate me, isn't she? She's gonna be up to something, and. um, Nerd affiliated. Mentioned you were watching the Mando episodes of Clone Wars. I said at the beginning that thinking about trying to get into Rebels primarily because of everything that's about to come with Ahsoka, um, rather than continuing with Clone Wars for a bit. Let me know your thoughts on that. I know you were kind of like hot and cold on Rebels, if I remember correctly. But I feel like it's going to be important for what we're going to be seeing in Ahsoka. It's a bantha. Oh, there's something according to the music. Are these Mandalorian pirates? I think they talked about night owls before. Or the night owls, the pirates. I don't remember. He just asked if they have food. Yeah, they did the thing where you decide to go back to Mandalore. People stayed behind. Mandalorians went back. Like, it took you guys so long to do this one little thing. And that's not what happened. But now I have the dark saber back. Da-da-da. I'm sure that frustrated a lot of people. So is this going to be Bo-Katan's show now? Like, was that like the official passing of the torch? What's wrong with that guy? Just been sick for a while or what? Is she gonna like experiment on them or something? We can take you right to it. Why? Why did we take the ship? I guess from all the people who jumped down from the ship before. Well, I guess she's taking the ship, which is again another sus action. I thought she was gonna go for the forge, but maybe she's taking them back so that she can try and lead and take over. Now that they're more united, she has a bigger army. She's up to something. I don't like it. They're not playing the 3D one? That sucks. I'm glad that I'm suspicious of her. She's up to something, man. According to you. And then he shoots him. A vibrating knife. Are we really about to do this? This is going to be like the fight that unites both sides or some stupid thing. Breaks the tension. Should I step in? Din, you're not the best fighter, guy. He's lost almost every fight he's tried to go into, and yet he's asking if he should step in. Vibroblades actually vibrating. Oh, see? One of my... It's worse than that, Aaron. See? Another one of my Star Wars... Oh! Grogu's gonna break it up. So are they just gonna make Grogu like the one that unites them? Is that what it's gonna be? He can only say yes or no, so I don't really know how far we're going to get in this. And the Empire is waiting outside the atmosphere. Oh, please don't tell me they're going to blow it up. Oh. She is not. What's going to blow up? Something's going to blow up. It's all there. What's going to blow up? Is it them? Is it just the Empire going to show up? Something's not right. Oh, that's not good. I like how when they put it on, it does the little kss. But what oxygen connection do they have? Mando was literally drowning and nothing happened. What is happening? Abandoned ship? He hasn't even attacked it. What is going on? I predicted the explosion, just not for the pirate ship. So what's the plan here? Just hopefully get underground enough that this thing stops attacking them, or... I feel like that was a cutscene. Did anybody else feel like that was a cutscene and we just went back to, okay, we're in the part where we Nathan Drake Tomb Raider ourselves around the forge here and just jump around and try and find all the trophies. Another helmet hiss. Disconnecting. Disconnecting what? You were here, dude. Grogu's wearing IG's bad Iron Man suit. A little bit. Cute. Can we talk about the mythosaur? What is happening? They're stormtroopers. Don't worry, they can't hit anything. We're okay. Oh, they hit something. I take that. I stand corrected. These are. What are these stormtroopers? Beskar armor stormtroopers? And they've got Mandalorian style helmets and jetpacks. Like, Beskar stormtroopers. Interesting. It's on air, and that's what's happening. So I guess if they kill them or whatever. Well, I mean, what is going on right now? Beskar can't save you from that. Most of them don't have Beskar, correct me if I'm wrong, like the Mandalorians. Obviously, Din Djarin does. Some of them have pieces, but should have bonded the tribe. Glorious battle. Glorious battle. Please say that in Loki's voice. Sorry, I missed that part before I said it. Glorious battle. I don't even know if that's how he said it. I forgot. Wouldn't be a Star Wars property if there wasn't a blaster fight in a hallway. Where did they go? Because this looks very Empire. Where are they? Paz, I don't think that's working, buddy. Pretty much retcon for them all into having Beskar. They got blasted all the time and everything else. Oh, okay. Don't you dare. Where's Grogu? With his IG. Is this going to be Gideon and some super Mandalorian? It's Mandalorian. He's got Mandalorian armor. Darth Maul vibe in the helmet. It's like they tried to marry Mandalorian, Darth Maul, and Darth Vader. And with a little bit of Kit there on the little side there, if you see it. So they're going to send this group of TIE fighters and interceptors. Well, thanks for reading through my typos. I got you, man. She should like dark saber her way through that door, no? Some more Maul loyalist armor in the Clone Wars. They can hear really well through that door. Do it. There we go. Using a lightsaber for some stuff we haven't seen since like episode 1. I like how he has like the Superman cape. Someone needs to remind her she has a lightsaber. 100%. Um, could you have made the hole a little bit bigger because Paz is not fitting through that? Sorry. And if he does, it's going to be by some miracle. So this is the part where Paz dies. Going out in a very Obi-Wan way. Kind of Obi-Wan way. Yeah, it is a little bit sad, isn't it? I agree. Oh, it's heating up. We're going to lose him here shortly. Who's going to do him dirty? Oh, you made it. Who's going to do him dirty? Who is it? Ha ha. Not the red suit guys. Love how his gun almost melts. Yeah, that was pretty cool. This is the cutscene 100%. What are these guys? Like the Order Heavy Mando Smash. These guys are the Orders, not Order. They're First Order. I remember they were with attack or protecting the Oh my God, what was his name from the sequels? Don't tell me. I can picture him. Oh my God. I'm gonna hate myself for not remembering the guy's name. You guys are gonna put it in the chat. Wow, that was an episode. Oh my God, I hate myself for not remembering. I can picture him in Andy Serkis. Oh my God, I hate myself. Snoke, thank you. Jeez, why couldn't I remember that? That was terrible. Probably because I tried to block out most of, especially like most of that sequel trilogy, as I think most people have. But I still do love parts of it. Mostly the first one, Force Awakens. But wow, that was a thing. No. Oh boy. I'm just trying to think of where. Just rescue Mando. Where was Grogu and all that in his little IG-12 unit? I would guess because they had him when they went down to the tunnels to the whatever towards the forge, and then he just kind of disappeared. So what's up with that? That part was kind of cool. Don't know what the creature was, but make sure you leave me your grade in the live chat, by the way. I would love to hear it. I'm gotta try and think on what I want to give it, to be honest with you. As per usual, I'm between two grades, trying to decide. Don't push Andor on me. They push Andor on me every single time an episode of The Mandalorian ends. I still haven't watched it. Okay, so we're actually going to get rid of some of these pieces. We're going to take off the time code. Sorry, timer. Get rid of the episode time code. Grogu was there, but he couldn't help. It would have been an eye roll moment if he opened the doors or something to save the day. Yeah, that's a fair point, but I also feel like he extra disappeared. Like, where did he go? Going with Steve, it was an 8 out of 10, but I don't feel like they earned this episode, if that makes sense. It does make sense. It actually makes a lot of sense. I would dare to say it makes so much sense that, drumroll please, for the episode 7 grade, this is episode 7, right? Yes, episode 7. We have one more to go. I'm going to agree. It's an 8 out of 10. But I think I get where you're coming from with the it's an 8 out of 10, but don't feel like they earned it. Like, they did a lot of cool stuff. Like, the battle was cool. Some of the reveals of like those guards doesn't remotely save the season. Not at all. I feel like it very weak attempt at trying to save the season in regards that it was good, had good stuff, but it didn't really it's still not serving anything for me, right? Like, I feel like, okay, so this is the grand plan. We have a couple, not even Easter eggs, but we have connections with the sequel trilogy now with Hux's dad, I'm going to guess, earlier. We've got, sort of the Thrawn, touching on Thrawn again, which we haven't done, I think, since season 2, possibly late season 1. So that was kind of I feel like they're trying to throw whatever they can to make people say, okay, this was worth watching, or like, this was really good. And it's hard to make an argument for that, especially this late in the game. This is episode 7, and I still feel like there hasn't been a fleshed out story. So you're telling me that this entire time, Moff Gideon and his Empire people with his own Beskar stormtroopers and his own Beskar armor have essentially built a base within Mandalore, and yet you guys didn't know about it. Not only did you not know about it because you never bothered to go there, the guys who live there don't know about it. The Mandalorians who stayed there don't know about it. Like, how have these people been coming and going? Like, there's been zero contact, zero attempt to work together, notify each other. I mean, some of that has to have been there since pre-fall of Mandalore. No? I mean, there's no way they built all of that. I mean, I don't really know the turnaround time for, building stuff in the Star Wars universe. But I mean, it took them how long to build? Well, I mean, that's the Death Star, like the second Death Star, right? But it's kind of hard to say. Sorry, I missed some of these comments here. Grogu was watching Mando get wrapped up. I suppose so. The season still blows. Kind of agree with that. This is what I said with Steve. They're going balls to the wall in these 2 episodes and laying seeds for other shows. Basically, I mean, I guess they've mostly been already laid for Ahsoka, with exception to the Thrawn, which we already know he's going to be in Ahsoka. We already got the reveal of that actor, Lars Mikkelsen, who's Mads Mikkelsen's brother, who's on Sherlock, season 3, who is super creepy and like very interesting to see how that Thrawn's going to work out. I mean, I don't know much of Thrawn, but obviously from dabbling within, doing this stuff, I know of Thrawn. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I believe he did voice him in Rebels and otherwise. But what is this more or less laying the seeds for? Because we know that there's going to be Acolyte, but that's like establishing Jedi, right? And then probably going to be Andor season 2. I know Bad Batch ends on season 4. Maybe the connection's there. I don't even know when that show takes place because I haven't watched it. But maybe. I hope Dave and John make those guards do more dope shiz. That would be cool. Didn't they have like a whip type of weapon before? Maybe that's like down the line as they build their little armory. Don't make the shows only business to set up other shows for a payoff way down the line. Yeah, it's already very old, if that's the formula that they want to go with, right? Like, I genuinely kind of don't want to watch it. I would rather wait until we got to, okay, now the story's established or, something's happening, and then go back and just binge it. Because what's the point of coming back week to week if we essentially feel like nothing's happening? But that's maybe just me. Those guards are cool. They are cool. The red ones, the red ones I'm kind of conflicted about. Like, they're cool, but so. I was more intrigued, I guess, by the armor of the stormtroopers. I for one like the look of the First Order stormtroopers over the originals, but I think that these ones were very interesting. It's like when it was like almost how you see on the internet when you're scrolling through Instagram, like somebody made a Power Rangers Mandalorian crossover, which I did come across the other day. It actually looked pretty cool. He was making a white tiger Mandalorian suit or helmet. Actually looked pretty dope. But that's what it felt like. It kind of felt like if somebody was experimenting with trying to mix two different things, but they also happen to be in the Star Wars genre. Like if they try, this is a terrible example, but can you imagine if they go somewhere and they're like a Wookiee Mandalorian, and it's just like fur on the outside of a Mandalorian helmet? I know that's a ridiculous thing to picture, but I don't know why that popped in my head. Yes, the survivors not knowing is a bit of a head scratcher. Yeah. And again, that base looked like it was deep in there. So it must have been there for a while. I'm going to guess pre Bo-Katan even taking over. Maybe her parents knew about it and they were, sneaking stuff in. Maybe they didn't have as much of a control over Mandalore as they thought. I don't really know. Maybe they were doing some secret deal on the side. Who knows? But what about the monster? Did it not wreck the Imperial bunker? Apparently not. They have all sorts of creatures and monsters, and yet they'll just be like, oh yeah, the stormtroopers, they had Beskar armor this whole time. They're taking care of all that stuff. They had those secret TIE fighters that apparently haven't been turned on because nobody's seen these things flying around Mandalore, and like the people living there haven't noticed them. The people who are literally starving and have their own little pirate ship thing don't see the TIE fighters flying around or patrolling or haven't been attacked and killed or anything. It's kind of weird. Anyway, but yeah, same voice actors. Yeah, that's cool. They did have a whip thing. That's what I thought. Yeah. Hopefully nobody takes a lightsaber to the through the eye like Kylo Ren did to them. Or gets cut in half by one like Snoke did. I'm still mad at myself for not remembering Snoke. Oh well. But yeah, definitely an 8 out of 10. Probably one of the best episodes in a while. But like Rambling Nerd was saying, it wasn't really earned. It was more like, oh, it just had cool stuff, but it didn't really do a whole lot. Like, it was cute, Grogu having the robot, or yes, it was morbid because he was basically controlling it, and it's kind of a dead robot at this point. And they never even got that part to make him normal again. So they very much glossed over that. Did they not? Or did they only need that if they wanted him to work independently and not need to be controlled like with the control sticks? I don't know. Don't think about it too much is basically the answer because they're going to gloss over it. So some of that stuff was cute. They had that battle obviously was pretty dope. It's a couple twists and turns, a little bit of reveals here and there, but I still feel like I don't know where this is going. I have no clue. What's the point? Moff Gideon's just kind of trying to be like a Mandalorian poser. Is the grand reveal at the end of this season going to be that Moff Gideon was actually on Mandalore or part of the Mandalorian Empire at some point, or not Empire, but the Mandalorian Creed, I guess, in some faction, and then like the fall of Mandalore was his General Zod moment. I don't know what that's the only thing I can compare it to, is that they're going to try and make that connection in their own Star Warsy way. we'll find out next week and whatever is going to be coming next. But either way, we'll still be here next week. Same Nerdgenic time, same Nerdgenic place. Streaming the finale of season 3, episode number 8, chapter 24, whatever subtitle it's going to have. But yeah, so far, it's really going to have to go out with a bang or give me something really great to try and salvage at least a little bit of the season, in my opinion. But those are my thoughts on the episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to turn off all this goofy goober stuff up here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification if you haven't already. Yeah, all that good stuff. We got tons of new videos all the time. Like I said before, we have our Captain Marvel trailer video that just came out yesterday. Have some more videos in the pipeline, exciting ones, an exciting interview upcoming, which hopefully get to edit soon. And all sorts of awesome stuff. So make sure you hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification if you haven't already. Check out those awesome videos. But other than that, thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you to Rambling Nerd. Thank you to Nerd Affiliated for joining for the entire time and listening to me just babble about nonsense. Whether it made sense or not, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys. But other than that, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. And we hope to see you in the next video. Peace.